Hi everybody, Sean Murphy with Advanced Advertising, here to talk to you a little bit today about magnets. This is going to be a great 101 for you to kind of give you some insight of what to look for when you're buying a custom branded magnet. It's kind of the ins and outs. Now before we get started with that, I want to talk to you a little bit about what people do when they're making any buying decision, the things that they consider. The number one thing they consider when they're making any buying decision is security. And that security is broken down into two things, safety and substance. So safety would just be, is it safe? Does it work? Do I feel like I'm going to get hurt? Do I feel like I'm going to get taken advantage of? That's the safety side. The substance side would be the food, water. There's even some emotional support there, some emotional security. They feel valued. So those are the two things people use to make buying decisions. Now that's going to be important for what we talk about here in just a second. So we're going to slide that aside for a second, and we're going to talk about magnets. When you're buying any magnet, like a paper magnet we're going to stick to today, for your refrigerator, there's two styles that you can, actually three, but that's a caveat. We're going to talk about the two major ones. There's a 20 mil and there's a 30 mil. Now what's the difference? A 20 mil magnet is good enough to just hold itself onto a refrigerator. That's it. So if you put a piece of paper under there, it's going to slowly slide down there. Not necessarily perfect, but that's what a 20 mil will do. A 30 mil magnet, if you put it on the refrigerator, will hold a piece of paper or two on there. A little more functional and only slightly more expensive. So I would tell you, in most cases, we don't even sell the 20 mil. We only sell the 30 mil because we think it's more of a value for our customers. But I will share with you when it would be appropriate. So going back to our topic about substance, if something, if your business is something that's directly, and I mean directly related to substance, pizza companies, Chinese takeout, you're probably going to be okay with the 20 mil magnet, because when people see that, they see I can have my needs immediately met, right? There's a value for putting it on the refrigerator and having it stick up there. It doesn't need any more functionality than that. It can be Mr. Yang's Chinese takeout, that's fine. You look at it, you say, hey, if we want Chinese, there's the number. And that's all it has to do. It has to offer no other bells and whistles, and that's perfect. But if your product that your company is doing does not have an immediate effect, a direct effect on substance, on that security for a consumer, then you need a little bit more than just a 20 mil, because the people aren't going to see enough value to put it on the refrigerator. If they put the magnet on the refrigerator and it doesn't hold a piece of paper, they're going to throw it in the garbage. You don't want that. So you need to look, how can I add more value to this magnet? Now some, which we're not going to talk about now, but some would be to get a little bit bigger magnetic alligator clips, things that have a little more function. But we're just going to talk about the flat ones right now. One function would be to take it up to a 30 mil. It now holds a piece of paper that's more functional, and people will say, okay, I don't necessarily need, let's say, State Farm insurance today, but it holds up the picture that my kid drew on the refrigerator, so I'm going to keep it, right? They may not care about you or your product today, but they care about what that magnet can do for them today, so they keep it. Another thing that you can do is, if your product really is something that's not always at the forefront of people's mind, they don't find it important, is to put it inside of a frame that is important, right? They don't care about you or your company, but they do care about their kid or their loved one that's in this picture. So if it said, I'm just using State Farm as an example, if it said State Farm Insurance down here, but they have their child's third grade picture inside here on the refrigerator, that's functional value. As a company, you're still getting your message out, and there's a reason to keep that on the refrigerator. Now, on this little insert piece could be your business card, and if that ends up getting thrown out, that's why we always recommend you still put some contact information on the frame. So that's a way to add more function, either with a higher magnetic value or with some different ways that you can interchange these, so that a customer sees a reason to keep your stuff on the refrigerator, keep your message up there, even if it does not directly affect them from a sustainability standpoint on their substance, their security, their safety. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, so you can get kind of crazy with those. But the big thing that I want to bring to you, to your attention today, is when you're buying a product like a magnet, it seems like who cares, it's a magnet, but you have to think, how important is my product to that customer today? And if it's not of immediate attention today, what value can I add to that magnet to keep it on the refrigerator for a longer period of time? Okay, so I hope these were some great ideas. For other great ideas, go to advancedadvertising.com or give us a call. We'd be happy to walk you through and find the right product for you and your business. Until next time, Thank you very much. Have a great day, and God bless.